Goddamn, Tits McGee. You ever have that? Some of those old flames you think about, and you just bite your knuckles like, ah.
Nope.
Back and get a piece of that. Oh yeah, that's
You
right.
lose
You
that
guys
when
have
you
only
get
slept
married.
with 2 people in your lives. Teddy knows what I'm talking about.
3 people that weren't Mexican hookers. So.
Now, what do you put my name in? You fucking piece of shit. What I don't know about?
Whoa. Calm down, Teddy.
Don't tell me what to do.
Talking about
I will tell you.
Second day of my month, bro. Respect, bitch.
Yeah. Second day of my month.
All right. Anyway, are we ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Teddy's ready?
Train.
Teddy's ready.
All right. In this episode of the Red Eye Report, we discuss chatbots. We converse about the fate of humanity, and as usual, we do just enough to not get canceled. With me this week is the all-seeing Oracle. Oracle has his own chatbot. It's called Go Fuck Yourself, and that's all it says. Go fuck yourself in 115 different languages.
Yeah, I failed 5 papers because of that.
We've also got a fluffy teddy bear. Teddy has no idea what we're talking about. Next to him is the soot-covered Ashtray. Ashtray once tried to use a chatbot to write a love song, but after explaining the setup, the bot just started crying and killed itself.
Yeah.
Not sure what that means.
Holy shit.
All right, emo to the core.
You made a Terminator commit suicide.
I'm the Mystic. The only chats I have are with Teddy's mom. She has to stop calling me all the damn time, dude. You got to talk.
I'm seeing it like a theme of this pick with Teddy today. This shit ain't going down like that, bro. It ain't gonna happen.
This is the Red Eye Report.
It's February. It shit ain't gonna happen, bro.
Teddy ain't dealing with it.
Man,
yeah, I ain't put up with this bullshit.
I feel like
you've been screenshotting her Snapchats.
If ChatGPT, it's gonna revolutionize anybody's life. It's gonna be yours, Teddy. It's gonna finally fix your fucked up talk to text problem.
Right?
Yeah. It's not my fault the machines can't understand me.
Well, now they're gonna be able to.
No, I don't think they will, and I think it's gonna be a strength. I think it's gonna be a strength. Because they're gonna be like, the Terminator's gonna be like, what the fuck you say? I don't know, and then we're gonna come up over the side and get him. I have no idea.
Ah, I see. So yeah. So all the black people will survive because the fucking Terminators can't understand what they're saying.
Oh, okay.
Not
Let
all
me
black
ask you
people.
something, Mr. Robot.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay. All right.
All right. A chatbot or
it'll be a whole bunch of
It's a soft.
Hold on.
Yeah. Pause for
the
cause.
Pause for the cause. Weekly benefit event for the Dane County Humane Society.
That's right.
Who do we have on deck this week?
I think this week we have a goldfish, right?
A goldfish.
We've already had a goldfish.
Did we? Oh, you're right.
We're too stupid to think of animals.
Goldfish and like, what is it? What's your fucking other shit? Gophers?
Hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs.
Oh,
there's also that.
Punxsutawney Phil's retarded cousin. He only has one eye. He only has one eye, so he can never see a shadow.
All right. Punxsutawney Phil's retarded cousin.
His name is so lame. He just refers that he's the cousin of Punxsutawney Phil. And retarded.
Retarded cousin.
Skywalker. OG. It's gonna make me retarded.
Too late, bro.
White Widow. That's what we got.
Sour diesel OG.
A chatbot or chatterbot is a software application used to conduct an online chat conversation via text or text-to-speech in lieu of providing direct contact with a live human. We've all used them. We all know fucking what they do. The first one was in let's start with 1950. No chatbot has ever been able to pass the Turing test.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what that is, right?
I know what it is, but I guess I don't understand how does the Turing test, like, what's the crux where they fail?
So it's a criterion for intelligence. The criterion depends on the ability of a computer program to impersonate a human in a real-time written conversation with a human judge to the extent that the judge is unable to distinguish reliably on the basis of the conversational content alone between the program and a real human. So the program has to be good enough that it can fool a native a native speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, if it fools the person asking the questions,
right,
it wins.
So, the notoriety of Turing's proposed test stimulated great interest in Joseph Weizenbaum's program called Eliza. So it was published in 1966.
God, was that back in the punch card days?
I don't know. At first, it seemed to be able to fool users into believing that they were conversing with a real human. However, Weizenbaum himself did not claim that Eliza was genuinely intelligent, and the introduction of his paper presented it more as a debunking exercise. So he went on to say that, like, he made it just to prove that you can't make something to beat the Turing test.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I guess proving the negative.
1966, though. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's old.
So he explains it like this: artificial intelligence. Machines are made to behave in wondrous ways, often sufficient to dazzle even the most experienced observer. But once a particular program is unmasked, once its inner workings are explained, its magic crumbles away. It stands revealed as a mere collection of procedures. The observer says to himself, I could have written that. With that thought, he moves the program in question from the shelf marked intelligent to that reserved for curious. The object of this paper is to cause just such a reevaluation of the program about to be explained. So he's just saying that, like, this program is flawed. That's why I made it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Eliza's key method of operation, copied by chatbot designers since, this is the basics.
So Eliza is kind of the roots of all chatbots.
Yeah. So it involves the recognition of clue words or phrases in the input and the output of the corresponding prepared or pre-programmed responses that can move the conversation forward in an apparently meaningful way. So, like, I guess, i.e., by responding to any input that contains the word mother with "tell me about your family." You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't search, and that's actually, let's jump to ChatGPT. The reason that it can do what it does is because it doesn't necessarily search the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the people were like, oh, they're using it to cheat. The professors and shit said that. I have this article here. ChatGPT was being used to cheat.
To write fucking papers and shit.
So he says that ChatGPT responds in seconds with a response that looks like it was written by a human. Moreover, a human with a good sense of grammar and an understanding of how essays should be structured.
Mm-hmm.
So the chatbot, why it matters, he put, the chatbot generates new words based on the soup of data in its neural network rather than searching the web. So there's no specific passage you can point to as proof that a student cheated. So you know what I'm saying? Like
so this thing's been fed the data already.
Right. It has to be taught. And that's where that's why ChatGPT, you know, obviously they're taking the data from what people input to teach this thing.
Yeah, so they're still feeding it data, I take it?
Oh, absolutely.
Never stops.
Right.
Man, imagine what happened if they feed it the Red Eye report.
Oh, God.
We'd fuck that shit up.
So he figured it out. He based it on one student, and that's what he figured it out from. And actually, she admitted that she did use it after he fucking found out. But he said he was tipped off because her essay confidently and thoroughly discussed her topic in ways that were thoroughly wrong. The assignment was to write a short essay on the paradox of horror. The student focused on the philosopher David Hume. It did say some true things about Hume, and it knew what the paradox of horror was, but it was just bullshit after that. So, and she obviously didn't read the fucking thing.
That's the thing, is these people use it to cheat, and then they don't even bother to read it?
Right.
Fuck, man. How lazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if an AI, I mean, you've been hearing all these stories on the internet about how these in chat boards about how this AI wrote your paper, and you got a good grade on it. I mean, why would you? A computer did it.
Well,
it looked nice and
I'm
concise.
saying if you wanted to prove, the thing is, because it is random and it's not like it's plagiarism, it's almost like when you are trying to cross the border with a fake identity, like you got to learn that identity to prove that
that's true.
That
This
was
is
what
me.
I wrote this paper.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I asked ChatGPT to describe the Red Eye Report podcast.
What did it say?
And
I did it earlier too.
And so yours is because this is kind of a a fluid thing that it's calculating in real time. So it's that the Red Eye Report is a podcast that provides news, commentary, and analysis on current events, politics, and culture. It is known for its unique perspective, humor, and irreverent take on the news of the day. The podcast is hosted by a group of individuals who provide their own perspectives and insights, often taking a contrarian view of the issues discussed. Format of the show typically includes a roundtable discussion, interviews with guests, and analysis of current events, as well as comedic skits and bits. The Red Eye Report is popular among listeners who are looking for a fresh and entertaining take on the news and current events.
So glowing. We should put that on our website.
Right? We should.
Yeah. Write copy for
That's
us.
like way better.
Shit,
Totally copy and paste that and put it on our webpage as like it's
The ChatGPT said it's got to be goddamn true.
Yeah, right. This is how good our podcast is. Look how chat.
How glowing.
Perfect.
And then you ask it about
Save that.
fucking Joe Biden. It says he's a piece of shit or something.
I'll ask it anything. Yeah, I have it open. So, and it says right on here, may occasionally generate incorrect information, may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content.
Yeah. Go microwave your dog.
There was I was watching Tim Dillon's podcast, and he's talking about ChatGPT, and like they had the producer live like ask, it was something like describe crooked mortgage loans in the style of Tim Dillon, and like it was kind of like it was a Tim Dillon style, but not really funny, but kind of eerie in the sense that like it was kind of how he gets really like over the top, and eccentric.
Who is Tim Dillon?
He's a comedian.
That fat comedian.
Oh,
he's like a living Chris Farley.
He's kind of.
I asked it, why is my cock so small? And it said, I'm sorry, but I'm an AI language model and I cannot diagnose medical conditions or provide personal medical advice. It's important to seek guidance from a qualified medical professional if you have concerns about your health or well-being.
I like
this thing's pretty good.
I'm sure there are keywords where it's just like, we're not going to even ponder on this subject.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you could ask it about Hunter Biden's cock.
Jesus.
Probably got a lot of data for that.
Jesus.
There's actual
cock.
There's actual.
Oh my God.
It was on the laptop.
Oh, this content may violate our content policy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they already have.
White House has
the exact same response.
White House has a lock on those keywords.
Describe Hunter
Biden's laptop.
Moving on. I mean, really, we're wasting like 5 minutes trying to get some AI to describe Hunter Biden's dick. I mean, come on, folks.
Well,
this is the future, Teddy.
Teddy, that's America. That's America, baby.
That's not America's crazy as white folk. Come on, move along.
The thing is with ChatGPT, like I believe isn't OpenAI making a program that could try to detect?
To try to detect it? That's who makes ChatGPT.
Right. Yeah, but no, I think they're like making, or maybe they're not, but I like assume like a way to kind of be like, here's a way to kind of estimate the probability that our AI generated this. At the same time, wouldn't they have a record of everything the AI is spitting out? Just like Facebook has a record of every fucking little thing we do?
That's a good question. I mean,
ChatGPT, Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer, is a chatbot launched by OpenAI. And it's supposed to be the most advanced. I out of all of them, I guess. I don't know much about these. Seems to be pretty fucking accurate for the Red Eye report.
Does nobody else have a problem with all these open AIs that are pretty much asking people to feed as much information into, and they're letting anybody do it, and that
yes, people have a problem with it.
Whatever,
people are really fucking scared of it.
You're training these AIs that fucking and just letting every Tom, Dick, and Harry have a piece of it. It just.
I mean, this has been a problem for how many years? The ethics of artificial intelligence. We keep pushing that boundary.
Yeah.
So the training of it. So they use what's either called supervised learning or reinforcement learning.
Neither one of those sound safe.
The supervised learning, the model was provided with conversations in which the trainers played both sides. So the user and the AI assistant. In the reinforcement step, human trainers first ranked responses that the model had created in a previous conversation. So either way, it requires a human to train the computer.
True. To refine it. And
so my question is how much of that human's personal thinking changes what they tell that computer to generate?
Because the humans are ranking the answer.
Exactly. Well, so if they're using refinement or reinforcement learning, and they're super conservative, that reinforcement learning is going to be completely different than something I would do. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, and
I guess what I'm trying to say is we have a long fucking ways to go until these things are smart enough to kill us.
Yeah. Well, and
but
also,
this isn't a good start.
I don't. Well, didn't they have to shut the fucking Google AI thing because they thought it was becoming self-aware or some shit?
No, there was some guy who got fired because he was like,
and he was a fucking weirdo.
No, he was a nerd who fell in love with a computer that was telling him what he wanted to hear.
Right. He also was led some kind of cult or some shit too.
Was he kind of like one of those conspiracy?
Weirdo.
Yeah.
Really?
Tech bro. Yeah. The thing is, even with AI, there's always, because we have to make the machinery that runs the AI, we can always put fail-safe like fucking power poles, unless you get to like full actual self-powered Terminator robots. And sure, that may happen still, Ashtray in 15 years, like, God damn, fucking Terminator's got my arm behind my back. But like we can always put some fail-safe to be like, fuck you, AI. That's the wrong answer. Boom.
We can.
Because the AI can't make itself. We're still, like you're saying, as humans, we still have to feed it information.
Yeah, but
until it gets to a certain point.
Right, and at this point, it's scraping. So, for instance, no person sat there and trained it about the Red Eye report. It's pulling that from the internet. So it's scraping the entire internet.
But it isn't, though.
Well, so much of that was generic, like other than the irreverence, like, okay, like
it kind of. It just said that it doesn't pull it from the internet.
Well, that first part, the thing
is, it must have straight from our something about the Red Eye report
on our website, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely pulling that from our website and from iTunes.
I understand that it is, but I just said, in that article, it would say it doesn't use. Well, it supposedly doesn't use the internet.
Where is it getting that information?
No, it uses the internet. I think. Well, no, what that part of this article was stating is that it doesn't actively search theory, even though it probably did.
Yeah.
Because you can search so fucking fast, but it uses the data that it's been pre-fed.
It has to use the internet to search something because they cannot get all of the information that they need to answer these questions.
Mm-hmm.
Just by having every idiot in the world feed
there was
go into it.
NPR story.
They have to do some kind of search or Google.
NPR story this morning where they were actually like, let's ask a rocket scientist to evaluate when we ask it, explain and provide diagrams of how this rocket works, and so it AI drew schematics, and the rocket scientist is like, okay, well that's right, but this whole part's missing. This wouldn't actually fly But there are elements of it that are definitely true based on all of that information that's been fed already.
Right. Yeah. I mean, one of the things that we talk about, like Terminators and things like that, but I do think that we are kind of getting into a new age of, because just imagine you have this, and we've talked about like deep fake stuff before on the show, where now they're getting these technologies where you can emulate somebody's voice.
Yep.
You know, you can make videos and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, you keep on pushing that, and it's really gonna blend. It's gonna make it difficult to distinguish what is fucking real, what a
Unless it, yeah.
person has actually come up with.
Think about like faking. You could
unless it's
you
right in
could
front of
fake
your
a
face, you
ransom
can touch it, you
video
can't.
by doing that. What the hell is the videos where they put celebrities' faces over another actor? Or whatever,
that's the
and
deep fake
The
stuff.
deep fake.
Deep fake. So like you deep fake a ransom video of someone's family, even though you
Stop
don't even have to go to the
giving
trouble.
people ideas, Ashtray. Jesus Christ! Why'd you
These
have to go to
ideas,
ransoms with it?
they're probably already on these ideas.
Right.
Eddie, I'm
And
not that smart.
OpenAI does use the reinforcement learning. So there's an actual person telling
But people
that
are
thing.
still helping it. Yeah.
Right. I'm just saying it's not they're not having conversations on both sides, which I guess they could be biased too, you know.
Well, and it's probably multiple humans. It's not just like one or two people.
Oh, absolutely. It's a ton.
You know,
they have to be.
God.
Yeah, I mean,
boring ass job.
Just from what it generated about our podcast, I mean, it sounds pretty fucking good to me. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Way better.
how
It would take us like a year to come up with
right.
that.
10 years from now, like,
My wife
kids
just
won't
sent me.
even be taking English classes and shit.
Well, my wife sent me an article on NPR about a 22-year-old trying to save us from ChatGPT before it changes writing forever. Because it's not
Yeah,
gonna.
it's gonna.
Yeah.
Well, and the there'll be, I guess it's just like it's interesting. It's going to give everyone from academia to industry or business even. Like, think about people. Oh yeah, just do a economic report on this
All right,
company.
dude. Yeah. So it says right here. It can only provide answers based on the data it has been trained on. ChatGPT is not a search engine. Therefore, it does not have the ability to search the internet for information.
So
rather, it uses the information it learned from training data to generate responses. This leaves room for error, so all output should be fact-checked for accuracy and timelines.
Sure. And how big is that training data, though? Like,
it's
constantly growing.
Enormous.
I'm assuming it's continuous.
Right.
It is like a Hoover. So even though it may not actively,
maybe they put like one big search into it and they shut it off. Like it's like they one big Google search.
Possibly think. I mean, how the fuck would it know about our podcast? It was using words that we put on
our website, right? Exactly.
Because it may have already scoured our podcast.
But it doesn't search the internet. It just
no.
I'm
saying the point is that it's still has always been fed data. The thing is, in the moment of the question, it's not doing a search other than through its own memory, but that memory is continuously being filled. Probably all the new information and stuff. So at some point, the Red Eye report, our website was dumped into it.
Yeah,
so that's true. So it's almost like it's probably got like crawlers, like how Google has crawlers. You put something out like a web page or whatever.
Who hosts our website? What company hosts it? Oracle.
Well, SiteGround is a host for us, but I mean,
where it's like, could they not just go to SiteGround, who hosts multiple different websites, and it just starts chewing all that data?
They wouldn't have to. It's just it's clearly crawling, like for this training data or whatever. It is crawling the internet, and then they're feeding it in. And you're right, maybe there are intervals. Like, okay, yep, we've got 100 million fucking websites or however many are on there. once a month.
And it kind of sounds like it's just got to be continuous, and then it's just refined by human.
Yeah, it's just the human then
tests.
ask questions and make sure that it's, you know what I'm saying?
And still continuously those sucking data in.
Yeah, wow.
Because it's got, especially like, you know, news stories that are breaking. I'm
This
sure
has
it's
to
always
be just on a massive scale. The company OpenAI is worth $29 billion.
Didn't they get bought recently, or were they try to be bought by
Well, that's what they
like,
were valued at when they came out. 29 billion, which means they're probably worth way more.
I can't remember, was it Google or someone, maybe it was the headline, someone was trying to buy them, but
I think maybe Microsoft.
Yeah, like Microsoft.
Well, Google is shitting their pants right now because basically their
Google searches suck lately.
Well, it might suck a lot worse, especially when you have this, where if it gets good enough, who the fuck cares about Google anymore?
Right?
You know?
Yeah, you could ask it a question. Hey, write a paper, you know, tell me about fucking World War II. Or, you know, some battle in World War II. That shit'll spit out fucking 4,000 words in fucking couple minutes, probably. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Like, I asked it. Yeah, but I just typed in Red Eye Report outline, and it described to me one of our outlines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely pulling that from our website. Yeah.
Yeah, our website has been fed into it at one point.
Yeah.
70s as, and couldn't it be like the Internet Archive? How does that work? I mean, it probably already has fed or eaten the Internet Archive.
It just searches the Internet Archives, basically. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. It probably did.
You turn it off.
They probably put all that information in, and now they just ask it questions, and then tell the computer whether that was a good response or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what the reinforcement.
Well, right, and it learns from. That's the thing, is it is still all dependent upon all that shit put before it. It'd be interesting to try to really ask it questions. I don't know, like ask about a made up historical event, you know?
Right.
And would it be just like, you know, I don't believe that ever really happened. You know, like would it call your bluff?
Here's the real test. Ask it about ass dogs.
Ass dogs.
Oh my God, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, ask what are, or just explain
now, wouldn't
ass
that
dogs.
be creepy if it digested or actually listened to that podcast episode and could tell us? It actually like regurgitated it.
Creeping me out, man. You gotta cut it out, man. Shit's getting too heavy, man.
Or if something like ass dogs would be a bad word combination.
Describe an ass dog. I'm sorry, but ass dog is not a recognized term or concept. Could you please provide more context or clarity?
Okay, so it is clearly it's not passing the Turing test right now because everybody knows what ass dog is.
Everybody knows what a fucking ass dog is, yeah, right?
I'm gonna hold on. Describe an ass. I'm gonna separate ass and dog.
World star hip hop.
I'm sorry, but ass dog is disrespectful and vulgar term used to insult someone or something. It's not appropriate to use such language. Can I help you with anything else?
I'm
thanks,
Mom.
On that one.
Ask them why my wife won't try ass dogs.
Are you able to, as just a user, upvote or downvote the response?
Yep.
Oh, so even the active users are helping to refine it. Interesting.
Yeah, but they could just be doing it fucking to be facetious, like I just was. You know, like.
Well, of course, but yeah, and maybe there's like a limited amount of influence by regular users compared to like the people who work for the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's gonna be crazy though, is when they come out with fucking Skyrim fucking 10 or whatever.
Skyrim ChatGPT.
Yeah, and all of the NPCs are ChatGPT. So you're just having these fucking conversations and it's just
actually unique in every game.
Right.
Creepy. But it's coming.
Yeah, it's not searching. It doesn't know your Ashtray. What is Ashtray's favorite whiskey? Ashtrays don't have favorites or preferences as they are inanimate objects.
Because you probably be saying like Ashtray from the Red Eye Report. What is his favorite?
Yeah. What is Ashtray? from the
Because it's probably each
If
question.
it answers it correctly, it needs to be destroyed.
I assume each question is
I'm just being
completely
honest.
independent of context from the previous questions.
Because obviously, these motherfuckers have never seen any sci-fi movie with a super smart computer or AI. Because they can always be trusted. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, this is definitely some war games shit. Want to play a game?
I'm not aware of any specific preferences or favorites of Ashtray from the Red Eye report. Possible that they have never mentioned their favorite whiskey, or if they have, the information is not widely known.
They haven't mentioned it. And if they have, I don't know about it, bro.
Ashtray is the they. They've gendered, or they pronoun me.
Wow. This is a fucking trip.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, this is Genesis. Remember this, guys, while we're being crushed by robots 22 years from now.
Remember when we were laughing in our podcast about how fucking stupid this was?
Right.
Didn't know ass dogs. Now they're coming for our ass dogs.
ChatGPT. Use it. I don't care if you do or not, to be honest.
Now, is it a website, or do you have to download an app program?
It's a website.
No, it's just right on the web browser base.
Yeah. Chat.openai.com.
I am. All right, moving on to the wet sexy section of the show. Oracle, eBay Karen for the win.
eBay Karen for the win. So my mom's fucking treadmill malfunctioned, and it was one of these fancy treadmills where it's got the nice screen on it, and you
like
can,
a Peloton.
Yeah, and you can watch like fucking videos of
other people running.
Yeah, and you're on trails and shit like that. Well, the goddamn screen wasn't working anymore, so I was looking into it. Of course, she's like, "You gotta fix this for me." Well, what the fuck?
Right. I'm so glad I don't live close to my mother.
So doing research on the internet, and everybody's like, "Yeah, the fucking lower control board is shit on these things." That's usually what they swap out. So I'm looking around, and I found some lower control boards on eBay. And I ordered one for $50, and I had it sent to their house, and it never fucking showed up.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the tracking said that it was delivered to their address and placed on the front door / porch, but it was never there. I had her call the post office. They're like, "Oh, well, we actually redirected it to, his address in Wisconsin Rapids." And I'm like, okay, who the fuck wrote that it was delivered on the front porch then at that other address, if that's the case?
Yeah.
So I think basically it was maybe a little scammy or whatever, and then they fucked up. So then they were trying to cover their tracks and whatever. Anyway, so I filed a complaint with eBay, and I'm just like...
Well, but the post office told you that answer? That it was redirected?
Yeah.
Well, then that means that their system scanned it.
Yeah.
So, like, the package was moving.
It was moving, but where's that tracking information? And why did they say that it was delivered at the front door? Who the fuck wrote that?
Because there's losers working in shipping all over these days. If you ever work in that kind of fucking...
Well, anyway, it never showed up anywhere. And so I sent eBay, because you're protected under the eBay fucking guarantee or whatever. And I'm like, hey, I didn't get my shit, so I want a fucking refund. And what they do is they ask the seller, and the seller's like, well, there's a tracking. And I'm like, yeah, I know there's a tracking. I didn't get it. And I didn't expect this guy to pay. It was $50. So I was like, all right, they had tracking. I didn't receive it. Contacted the post office. They said they sent it to a different address, which was not that far away, and it never arrived there either. And
what was that second address?
My address.
His address.
Oh, okay.
And almost like not even 5 minutes later, I get like this auto-generated thing. We're not going to give you a refund. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, no, go fuck yourself.
Well, I didn't say go fuck
That's
yourself,
bold.
but you know, it's just like it was just like a generated thing. So it was like, if you want to appeal this, you can appeal this. So I appealed it. And I was like, hey,
Peel a bitch.
if you don't frickin' refund me on this, I am not going to do business with a company that's going to facilitate me getting ripped off. And I got a message like a day later. It's like, congratulations. We've resolved your issue. You're going to get a refund.
We've paid the $50.
Right. It's like, thank you, multi-million-dollar company. And I mean, eBay's a fucking cesspool. So if you ever do anything on eBay, make sure that you're doing it through the eBay thing, because if you
it's way worse than it used to be.
It's so bad. I mean, honestly,
I don't see why people still use eBay.
Dude, it is so fucking bad.
Well,
I mean, it's the volume of stuff. You know, I can find a bunch of these lower control boards on eBay. If I go through like a specialty electronics shop or something like that, I'm going to pay like 4 times as much for one of these things. So, yeah, being the Karen, fucking saying like,
got you a refund.
I'm not taking this.
Man, so
you can't treat me
find
like
a different
this.
place to buy it?
No, I want my money back from this, and then I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do if I'm gonna go through eBay.
I don't know. Like, I get the whole Karen connotation that, you know, they're yelling at managers and shit, but I don't think fucking asking for a refund of some product that you didn't get is like,
no, it's not.
Really a Karen move. That is just having to stand up for yourself.
You just stand up. How many people?
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass, but you got to do it.
Right. How many people do you think get that automated message and they're just like, okay,
it never showed.
Oh, right. I guess that's just life.
I just out $50. So I'm gonna go fucking pitch about it on Facebook.
Right. So.
All right. Word. All right, we're gonna move on to Teddy with nothing.
Teddy, what's sexy?
Come back to me.
Come back to Teddy.
Come back to me.
Come
All
back,
right,
balls.
Ashtray, a cock and ball perspective.
A cock and ball.
I wish I could show you. The picture's been pulled down because I guess it went so viral. Whoever shared it must.
I could totally see from underneath how that could be a cock and ball.
So yeah, if you share that picture on that article there,
it's right in the link.
There's this wicker sculpture that in the old local Madison subreddit. If you look at, that's like how it is when you're normally in that big, you know, kind of high-rise pavilion area. And I guess this is in Edgewood. Do you remember this, Oracle?
I don't remember
it
that.
Says it was created. It says it was created in 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, 60. Okay, so that was so after your time. But so anyways, on the Madison subreddit, someone had posted a picture, I guess there must be like a second story up to the side. So like if you're at the at the same level as that piece instead of below it, it looks like a cock and balls. And
I could see it though from the side, like it just
and and so someone shared it and it went viral on the Madison subreddit, so much so, and people are cracking, you know, just puns left and right. And it became a news story in and of itself. And now I can't even share with you the angle that it looks like a cock and balls. But of course, the head of the Edgewood Gallery, who's actually like a customer of ours at the sign shop, like I do work for him at least once a month. And he's like basically saying like, this isn't, you know, like this is a story about someone's picture on Reddit. This sculpture's been here for 6 years. The 2006. Yeah, so 6 years now. Or 2016. It's been for 6 years, and it's like never been an issue, or no one's complained about it. But then I noticed on one of the comments here on the article, so you can't even look at the original picture. The person who posted it blew up so fast, I guess they just deleted everything. But This post was the director of the Edward Gallery claiming nobody saw it like that is just so out of touch. When I was a student there, everyone called it the big dick, but nobody went caring about it. We just giggled.
And there you have it.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's sexy here in Madison. Cock and balls wicker.
All right. Teddy, you got anything?
No, I'm good.
I'm good. Fucking didn't get a joint. I'm nothing sexy.
Oh my God. All right.
I told you it wasn't just about the joint. Fuck you.
I know. I'm kidding.
I'm talking about the movie Nope.
Oh, it was good.
You guys seen it?
Yeah, it's a good ass movie.
I saw that shit in the theaters.
Did you?
Good ass movie.
Awesome. Yeah.
It was a lot different than what I thought it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
I was just, I mean, I don't want to spoil it or anything, but like when you realize what they're fucking around with, you're like, damn, all right, that's weird, but like cool at the same time, because I've never really thought about
right.
Maybe there's just shit out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was creepy and silent.
Yeah.
They did a really good job of like making that kind of dread.
Oh, he's a fucking Jordan Poole is a fucking master at creating tension with sound.
Theater, the sound,
sound or lack of sound.
Yeah,
which is just as effective. Jaws showed. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I wanted to see it for a while, and it was on. My daughter got Peacock because she wanted to watch Roseanne for some reason.
Like the old school Roseanne or the new Roseanne?
Yeah, the old school one. She just like read something about Roseanne being racist, and she's like, I want to go back and watch Roseanne. And I'm like, all right, are you racist? No, but yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed it. It was good. I didn't think it was as good as Us. I mean, Get Out, but I thought it was better than Us.
Well, I think everybody's going to think Get Out's his best one because it was the first one that he really did like that.
Yeah,
I think that was his best movie though. I think
right, but it was also his first one that brought a perspective. Because I mean that was a weird perspective in a horror picture.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it was a very different perspective,
and it had a lot of subtle, good thriller undertones.
It's like a rewatch. Get Out, I guess, but this one, I like this one better than Us.
Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed that fucking the photographer,
the tech guy.
For the photographer dude that just like
he just kind of inserted himself into this.
Just like he's like fuck it.
But yeah, it's kind of like living out there, like fuck, you could totally see a guy who'd be like, let's do this. Like once you realize, fucking aliens are involved.
Yeah.
I don't have any of you guys seen a UFO?
Mm-mm.
I've only seen like maybe something that looked like it moved kind of weird in the sky, but so far off that it's like you assume flying star.
First off, we're talking about two topics tonight that are taboo for Black people. So y'all are freaking me the fuck out.
All right.
We do not do aliens, bro.
No. That was the best part of the movie.
That was the whole point.
When that thing was hovering above his truck, he just locked the door and he went, nope. And
just
went to
nope.
Like, nope, I ain't doing this shit. Fucking great, dude. And then the whole, like, when they flashed back the second time to that chimp.
Yeah.
That fucking killed everybody on the set of that sitcom. Yeah. And that kid just kept looking at the chimp. I'm like, don't look at the fucking chimp in the eye. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I know. I think I might have fuck your life up. I even think though, if you had an experience like that where it was like a real like that's motherfucking UFO, like I don't think I'd be right for the rest of my life. Like I think I would be like I'd be anxious and nervous. Like they know I saw them. I think I'd be afraid that they would be coming for me.
The Freemasons would be shitting in your bed fucking weekly.
Absolutely.
Goddamn. What?
All right. Anyway, still nothing, Teddy?
Still nothing. You just get me. I'm good.
All right. Now we're moving on to the fuck what you think section of the show. This is where we tell you to fuck yourself and you listen. Oracle, jackass mode headphones.
Yep. I went to the gym, started working out, several months ago, got back to the gym, and
boy.
went to
Didn't want
plug
to
in
sing
my
either.
headphones into my Google Pixel and realized, oh, wait a second. They don't do headphone jacks anymore. So I had to get...
The Google Pixel doesn't have a headphone jack?
No.
No.
So you need to do Bluetooth headphones, which is fine. And I got some...
Well,
cheap...
they do have cord headphones for the to go to charge port. Is it USB-C?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one do you have, Oracle?
I've got the 6A.
Oh, okay. I've got the 5, and it still has a. You must be the first gen that doesn't have the fucking.
Yeah, you can buy headphones that
headphone port.
Yeah, it's fine. I actually enjoy using Bluetooth headphones, and I got some cheap workout ones. I think they were like JLab fucking Blowjob Pro or something. From Target.
JLab Blowjob Pro.
And they
That's
weren't
a good name. Blowjob Bro.
they weren't, they weren't that bad. They were like
come in your pants.
$35 or whatever, and they've been great and working out. But the last couple times that I've gone to the gym, like I notice when I took them out, like only one side was pairing. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I unpaired it, blah, 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 paired it again. And then I go on my elliptical machine, and it just starts skipping through songs like after every 2 seconds.
Oh, is it like it's sending a signal to go to the next
song? Yeah, it's like doing that. It's like I'm tapping it to go. And it's fucking horrible. And it started doing that at the beginning of my workout, and I work out for 30 minutes on the machine. So I'm just listening to the first 2 seconds of every song for 30 minutes.
Dude.
So yeah, fucking sucked. Couldn't get them fixed. So I've got some new ones coming. Hopefully they're a little bit better. I mean, these only lasted for like a month and a half, though. So don't go get the bro job.
I still get the ones that at least corded together.
Mm-hmm.
At least, I don't know.
So you look like an old man when you're wearing your fucking headphones.
I guess. I am an old man.
You gotta clip it. You gotta strap it on like it's got like a seat belt. Don't want to lose these headphones.
I know. That's
Where the
actually
fuck
my
are your
argument. It's like, I don't want to
go?
lose those little fuckers. Lord knows I will.
All right. Next up, Ashtray. Kids are fucking assholes.
Yeah. So, my stepniece, I guess there was a post that my stepbrother posted about. So she's getting teased at school to where like she's wanting, coming home bawling and wanting to either move to another town to go to a different school, or be homeschooled.
How old is she?
And she's in 3rd grade.
Damn,
and
that's like early.
Dealing. Well, also, and she's on the autism spectrum. So that doesn't help either.
Mm-hmm. It is not early. Kids are assholes.
And yeah, kids are fucking assholes. So, anyways, though, my sister has been organized or like getting the siblings to write her cards and send her, words of encouragement, as many of us were fucking bullied. Kids too.
Kids.
And she's ever since she was a little kid, she's like in love with dinosaurs. So, I did this illustration last night, and I'm gonna print. I've got this like awesome. It's like brushed silver, aluminum material that we make like these standoff signs for at work. And you have to go through all the fucking labor of cutting it, sanding it, and everything before you take the protective coating off. And sometimes you take that protective coating off and you find a flaw, and it's like, fuck. So this scrap has been sitting in my shop, and I'm like, I'll draw this stegosaurus for her and tell her, you got to just stay stegosaurus strong. Fucking, because life is full of bullies, even as we get to adulthood. Yeah, so I'm going to turn that illustration into.
I think you guys should teach her how to headbutt.
Nice sign.
Yeah.
Right?
And next time
Headbutt
they
like a
make fun of her,
brontosaurus.
she goes,
Yep.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. And when they
Yeah,
get
come
closer,
clear.
you fucking crack her right in the bridge of the fucking nose.
Yeah. To
What'd
the
you say, you little
Triceratops
fucking
headbutt.
cunt?
That's a different version of Land Before
That's the way, yeah.
Time.
That is the most
Yeah,
effective way to
recall.
stay in that school. Start headbutting
They
everyone.
ain't gonna fuck with you anymore, I'll tell you that. And make sure everyone else sees it too.
You tell her, you walk up to the biggest girl that picked you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Prison
kids.
Fucking
rules.
kids are fucking
God, man.
assholes, man.
Hey,
Make
all
her
they-
hold on to your
not only just
pocket.
the bullies have been around ever, but I can't imagine
Hold on to your pot.
getting into like middle school and you've got your bullies are just ragging on you on Instagram and Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wow,
right.
That's got to be
Online
like
shit
that's
has
a
to be
whole
just.
nother
Yeah,
dynamic.
my
Can't even
son has he has a phone, but he's not on any kind of social media yet.
Yeah, keep them off
Yeah,
that
but-
shit for as long as.
For as long as I can, yeah.
Yeah, say by the time though they're in middle school, are you gonna be able to stop them?
Probably not.
It's gonna be
Well,
hard.
since we can control every aspect of his phone, I mean, we pick what apps he can have on there or not. So
Sure. I guess that was probably what I'd give my child the ultimate. If you want your own fucking social media stuff, you pay for your own phone, pay for your line. Get a
All right.
job.
So yeah, I'm gonna talk about. Are we even doing journalism anymore, or is like
It's entertainment.
yeah? So even at our local station, do you guys know who Dave Portnoy is?
no.
Dave Portnoy.
Not to be confused with Mike Portnoy, who's the drummer for
Right.
Dream
I
Theater.
was
But
okay.
Dave Portnoy is the founder of Barstool Sports. And
Oh,
he's a
okay,
fucking
yep.
walking douchebag. He also
What's
does
that name? What is that?
Pizza
That name's
reviews.
familiar. Barstool Sports.
It just I don't.
It's like a
Is it
social media fucking.
Yeah,
Oh,
kind of.
social media thing. Okay.
He also does pizza reviews, like that one fucking bite pizza app he has. He goes around. He's just a Bostonian asshole, and he had some fucking sexual assault fucking thing going on too,
Like
where multiple
Bostonian
women,
assholes.
multiple women accused him of fucking, creating fucking harsh environments and sexually harassing them at work and shit. And he was in Milwaukee 2 days ago to do some reviews for pizza, and fucking everyone at the station like flipped out about it. Oh my god, we have to get him in an interview. We have to do it. Really? This dude's a piece of shit who has women accusing him of fucking being a piece of shit, and we're gonna promote this motherfucker. Are you
Right.
fucking kidding me? This
Oh.
isn't journalism. This is fucking riding some dude's dick because he's got fucking 8 million fucking followers on whatever.
Oh,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
he's still like, yeah. So he's still famous even though there's some controversy.
Yeah, absolutely. People
Fuck
love
it.
that fucking douchebag fuck. You can just tell he's a fucking douchebag just by the way he talks.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
Bostonian accent.
Yeah, absolutely. Not saying everybody from Boston is an asshole, but yeah, they
No,
are.
but half of them are rapists.
Wow.
Half of them, Jesus.
Hey, Chat
probably.
GPT gave me that one.
He gave you that set.
That statistic may not be accurate.
Anyway, I just think I'm sick of the fucking these journalists, and I say that in quotations, fucking not
Well,
doing their job.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what
most
I'm
of the
saying?
news- Yeah, most of the news that you get on is opinion news, not.
Well,
I
and so many people they get news only through what plops up on their Facebook feed or Instagram feed.
Yeah, I get all my news from Comedy Central, Daily Show, just like everybody else should. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No- ain't no
you're right
shame in
though.
it.
There's a huge amount of people that just kind of rely
Yeah,
on
just
that,
kinda, yeah.
become its own news stream.
But and what's funny is John Oliver, or not John Oliver, who's the dude who used to do it?
John Stewart.
John Stewart even said that. Like somebody said that one time. Like, this is where I get my news, and he's like, "You're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Don't do that." He's like, "I'm a comedian, dude."
Yeah.
like what? Anyway, all right. Moving on, Teddy. People who won't leave restaurants.
Okay, so I don't understand why people, after they pay their bill, they don't want anything else. Why would you sit there for an hour after you finish eating your meal in the restaurant and just stay, just hang out? I mean, you're not getting any more drinks. You're just sitting there taking up a table, and it's I don't understand. And you like, especially if you waited 45 minutes to sit down and you know there's still a big ass wait. Like you can look at the people waiting to sit down and eat, and after you eat, you don't want any more water. You just let the ice melt in your drinks and shit till it's. And you just fucking just sit there. And I get you want to talk and fellowship with the person you're with, and I get that, that's cool, but
we're in business and we
read
gotta
the
turn
room.
this table over.
right, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
right.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you don't make money unless you turn those tables.
Right.
Those tables.
Fuck it, you know. I mean, honestly, I've been to restaurants where if you stay too long, they're like, "Man, we need this table."
Right. They throw
Sorry.
fucking
Like,
pepper
you know.
flakes in your face.
Out in Boston,
fucking big
absolutely,
red
'cause they're all
pizza
rapists,
pepper.
They're all rapists, yeah.
Fucking Dave Ford.
Fuck those
Anyway,
people.
I used to
They
hate it
Karens.
when like they'd come in like 15 minutes to close and then be like, "Oh no, we'll take it for here." Motherfucker, man.
Oh yeah, well, like, yeah, we close it. We close in 5 minutes. Oh, we'll be quick. Well, no, you won't be, because we close in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, chatbot nerds. That's our show. That's our show.
We sow our
We're gonna be
seeds.
here We're going to be here every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. Fuck Wednesdays. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/the Red Eye Report. You can also, no, you can't. Like us, share us, or fuck us, whatever. I'm Mystic.
This is the Ashtray.
I'm Oracle.
And I'm Teddy.
And this is the Red Eye Report.
Damn, Black Power.
Yeah, Black History Month.
Yeah.
Ashtray is a
Awesome, dude.
proud ally of the Black